Michael Jordan, tell me your secrets. I must know. How do you fly? What is fly? I need it and I can't get it to fucking work.
Well, typically it involves you buying a ticket and then getting yourself subjected to the TSA for a couple of minutes.
Well, there's obviously that option, but I was just trying to make my little Dragonborn get off the ground and stay off the ground for a few minutes.
Of course it's Skyrim again.
I was going to say, I think that requires a trip to Colorado.
I need to go to hell. Norway.
Anyway,
hello everyone, we are the Stardust Hunters.
So what exactly are you complaining about?
What exactly am I complaining about?
Yes.
Would you like to hear the saga?
Yes, that's the entire point.
Okay, so a while back, well, actually not a while back, not too long ago, I picked up, or attempted to pick up, the freaking Skyrim flight mod, which it looked really nice, and I was like, you know what, I've done enough on the ground, let's go ahead and just have some fun. It just Peter Pan all over Skyrim for a bit. Just for fun. So I get into it, and I'm like, okay, this. I download the mod, and I'm jumping a little higher, but I'm not getting anywhere. This is bad. So let me I installed it wrong. Uninstall, reinstall, uninstall, finish, fuck, it's the same thing. What the fuck's going on? So I go online and I go, oh, so it's a specific control scheme. Okay, so I have to tap the button twice and yada, 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 file out some paperwork. Cool. Go back into the mod, same result. What is going on here at this point? That's what's going through my head.
The mod's buggier than a decomposing corpse.
No, there was one other thing. I look online. Anyone else, please, internet, come to my aid. I have no idea what I'm doing. And the internet tells me, oh yeah, it's not configured for Xbox 360 controllers. Okay then. In order to get that running, you haven't gotten to the best part yet. You hold on to that wah-wah, because this is just getting started.
Uh-oh.
Extra patch, I download it, it's now in the game. It's still not going. And I'm at this point going, is this a buggy mod? Is this really not worth it? And then I see one last little lifeline. And the lifeline is, there's a spell that's being sold in Winterhold that basically functions as a debug spell. So I have to go into Winterhold, the college, at the fuck off northernmost part of the map, and I've disabled fast travel. So it's now an epic journey. I walk all the way up to Winterhold, and I talk to Feralda, the gatekeeper, and she tells me, get good, scrub. You ain't good enough to join our crew. You're not good enough to join our clique. Say what, bitch?
Very well executed right there.
Oh, this is just I lose it, and I'm like, okay. Has anyone had this particular problem? I go back to the internet, and the internet tells me, "Oh yeah,
up to level 30, even."
Yeah, you can be stuck. You can be stuck at this to level 30 after several attempts to get through. After raising my level by just grinding, shooting flames in the magic phobic Jarl's office. And raising my level a little bit there, I go back. She tells me, yeah, get good. Come back here when you have something that you can prove. So that meant that I had to go through pretty much the entire main storyline just to get to be able to try to fly. And I do. I go through all of the Alduin stuff without actually killing Alduin. I'm actually basically on the cusp of going to fight Alduin. And I remember, oh right, I was trying to get the flying mod to work. So I have to walk my ass all the way back to Winterhold from the top of the mountain.
Get good.
Shit. And I walk back to Winterhold, and they let me in, and I go talk with the nice old man, and I look at his spells, and I see nothing. There is no debug spell in the damn guy's inventory, which meant that the flying mod was quite definitively Shit! I couldn't get it to work. Now you may wah-wah.
Too late. I already closed the sound clip.
I think I'd have more success getting Waluigi into Smash.
I believe this is going up till 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, it was. Yes, it fucking was. And there's the final kicker of the whole thing. One last kick in the balls before I let us all off the hook and I end my week. The game crashed. The game fucking crashed, and I could no longer load the game past the logo. Which meant I had to uninstall the flight mod, all the mods associated with the flight mod, as well as any other auxiliary mods that I suspected were causing malarkey in the system, which also meant I had to kill a character that I had been working with all the way up to fucking Alduin.
Well then.
And had to start back at the beginning.
Were screams of profanity heard throughout the Legend Hunter household?
No, because it was 3 o'clock in the morning and he knew he would raise hell if he did that.
In other words, this was all ricocheting in his head, the screams of pain.
Up until about 2 hours ago.
I was wondering why I heard the sound of ultimate suffering in my head.
My heart made the same sound when my father was killed before me.
Your father's still alive.
I was quoting Inigo Montoya.
I know.
And this is why I don't do PC ports that much of certain games. Then again, Skyrim's been buggy as hell on everything.
And
it doesn't matter what you're playing it on. It's a Bethesda game. So.
Yeah.
It is.
There you go.
This was a 7-minute long rant, Legend.
Yeah, and
Good.
I'll go ahead and close off with something good. The reason why I really got back into it most strongly is because Silver has informed me that he just got into the modding circuit himself. And I've kind of been like helping him go through the ropes and helping and coaching him through modding his Switch. Not the PC. He's modding the Switch.
To play Skyrim mods.
Yes, and he's already succeeded in getting quite a few running, which is admirable. I'm very proud that he managed to do that.
Your crazy hacker cousin. God damn it.
He's not crazy. He's crazy skilled.
If he's related to you, he's crazy.
I think the
Have fun, Mr. Kettle. I'll just sit over here being a pot.
I think the only sane relative that I've met is Pablo, and even then I know that's not entirely true.
Sanity is subjective.
Well then, maybe I should go into my week a little bit since it kind of ties
Is that all you have? I'm pretty sure you didn't just mod the entire week.
Maybe I did. Maybe that's how long this debacle was going.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I spent a week trying to get a mod that doesn't work to work. Sue me.
Alright, well, in conjunction with Legend's cousin, I had gotten him to take my SNES Classic to hack.
Yes.
I'm basically getting him to put a fuck ton of NES and SNES games, maybe a 64 or PS1 game possibly on there.
Possibly. He does have the files for quite a few little games here and there.
Regardless, I'm having him hack it, and we will be using that thing to possibly do Let's Plays in the future.
Yay!
I think the one that Legend and Leo wanted to do the most was the Cold Shadow game.
Yes, because there is no one who has actually done a good, decent playthrough of that game.
By the way, we're doing
no one has.
Yeah,
We're not going to do it ourselves.
Yes, we should.
No. The definitive factor is we're not going to do a good playthrough of that.
Oh, come on. It's an old game. It's not even that bad.
Precision platforming.
It's not that bad.
You say that now.
I've
And then we're going to be going like, why did we do this to ourselves?
Regardless,
Look, we're playing Cold Shadow, not freaking Right to Hell Retribution, the 1%.
On my Windows 98 machine, Cold Shadow might as well have been Right to Hell Retribution.
Oh, but that's because you were running it on your computer, Legend.
Can I get
Look, this is the block I'm going to be working through.
I cannot get a fucking word in when these two start going.
Well, have fun. Go. It's your week after all.
Do you want to get punched in the face next between this verbal sparring match?
Oh, fuck off. Anyway, my week has been kind of up and down here and there. Been playing some games. I picked up, finally, after Akari nagged me into the fucking ground, I picked up The World Ends With You.
For the Switch.
For the Switch.
Fitting.
Yeah. Yes, Akari, you did it. You beat it into me. I bought the game and I'm having fun with it.
My job is complete.
Are you happy?
Are you happy now?
Yes, he's happy that you're having fun. As opposed to what you were doing about half an hour ago.
Half an hour ago, more like half a second ago.
Well,
No, half an hour ago. Meaning
Was it? Wasn't
Monhunt.
Monster Hunter.
I don't think that was a half an hour ago.
Well, the mission was 25 minutes long and we finished about, 15 minutes in, so about 20 minutes ago.
Either way, Arch, Sora, Magdaros is no fun when you're on your own.
No, it isn't. It's a fucking pain in the ass, as well as every other fucking arch-tempered monster. Capcom, can we actually have more fucking monsters for World? I'm sick and tired of fighting the same 5 monsters every goddamn time, and Behemoth is such a pain in the ass, I don't want to ever fight the damn thing!
Yep.
How about anything art or manga related?
Manga related,
Anime is what I meant, but whatever.
Well, anime, there's JoJo, I've been watching that, and I've been looking for a place to reread the Golden Wind manga, so I can catch up and kind of refresh myself on it, because for the longest time, that manga had a... You've heard about the horrible dub of Part 4, right? The horrible translation of Part 4.
What a beautiful duong.
Yeah, that was it. Well, apparently Part 5 was even more infamously badly translated. To the point that where no one could understand what the fuck King Crimson's ability was.
Oh yeah, no one understands even now.
I kind of know what it is. It removes the effect, not the cause. If I recall right for his ability.
I thought that was Gold Experience Requiem. Spoilers.
No, Gold Experience Requiem removes the cause, not the effect. Fuck! Now I don't know!
See exactly my point.
One removes the effect, not the cause, and the other one's vice versa.
Have fun remembering which is which.
Yeah.
Does anyone else not know what's going on here? Muzi,
No.
Akari?
I'm just sitting here with it going over my head, so.
Same here.
So I'm not alone.
Okay, anyway, other than that, drawing-wise, not much other than I got a new character. I didn't make a new character, I got a new character because an artist that I really like was doing like a character auction.
Oh, nice.
And it was a really cool Halloween-themed piñata monster.
That sounds like fun, and it also sounds like Viva Piñata brought to life again.
Yeah, and, well, the thing is, I was expecting that thing to be bought up in a split second.
But no, you were actually able to get it.
Yeah,
Nice.
for $50.
Adorable.
Yep. Anyway, other than that, opened up commissions, and that's about it for my week. So, Leo, your week?
I've been doing alright. I've been trying to do a 100% run for Crash Bandicoot 3.
Oh, that's gotta be fun.
I'm about 70% of the way done. It's not that bad.
On a scale of 1 to Dark Souls, how bad are we talking?
It's not even Dark Souls. People just got upset because they rounded the hitboxes, and so it took them forever to adjust.
Yeah.
The only time, 2 and 3 are not that bad because you have enough abilities and you can play around with it. 1 is really the only one that's worth giving a Dark Souls difficulty, just because it was an early 90s platformer, and so naturally it's going to be the roughest of the 3.
Hell, I've heard that even the original version is a lot harder than people remember.
No, actually the original is now easier because the boxes are square, so you could actually use it to do some tactical ledge jumping for some of the bridge levels, which is very important. In the remaster, they rounded those boxes.
Which means if you don't get the bottom of that circle right where you need it.
Well, it's that people kept overestimating it, so that you tried to line themselves up to the edge where they thought the box was, and no, they would fall instead.
Yeah, so they try to jump to right there, but instead there's more like that.
They accidentally slide themselves off.
Yeah. I'm doing a visual thing for a podcast. What the fuck am I doing?
Yes.
I don't know, what are you doing?
Been watching Goblin Slayer, which, contrary to what everyone believes, is not a terrible anime.
Yeah, excuse me. I read through the manga, and I read through as much of the online fan translation of a light novel as I could to see writing style and portrayal of the world. And I gotta tell you, it sets you up thinking, oh god, this whole thing is going to be grimdark as fuck. But really, it's just the consequences are grimdark, but the world itself is high fantasy.
It's a high fantasy world with real consequences, is what it is. And so when you compare it to we compare it to any isekai, it's not going to be the same. And so I think people are just tonally confused because we open up with that very cold opening of that first adventure party, and then we start into interracial shenanigans.
Yeah, you see an elf, you see a dwarf,
and a lizard man.
And you basically get to watch a Dungeons & Dragons party get together, which is great! And then you remember that there's a first episode.
Yes. And so really just, I would highly recommend just reading through the manga first. It's only like 35 chapters long. Don't worry about it, guys. And it's a fun high fantasy romp that's like D&D, but with Venetian magic rules. But it's really more of a.
You've always gotten that wrong, by the way.
Venetian?
Yes, it's not Venetian. It's Vancian.
I think Venetian because I think of Venice.
Yes, it's nothing to do with Venice. It's Vancian, named after Vance, the author who created the system.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with Italy.
And in 2 weeks, I will probably forget this and mispronounce it again.
I know.
Anywho,
it irks me so.
Anyway, there's like only 3 or 4 like seriously dark moments that ever come close to that level of darkness that you ever see. And so it's really just a matter. We haven't even gotten to like the real major theme of the story yet, which we're not going to until the end of the season. And by then, I hope people's opinions will change and see that it's not about tonal shift. It's about making sure that there are consequences.
Yeah. You know what? The reason why I'm thinking this is because Gigak, that anime YouTuber guy,
yes,
he did a video on how he, like the title says, why it's a bad anime. But then I think about the fact that he said Black Clover was a bad anime. And now recently he did a video on it's actually pretty good to him.
So he's just making bad impressions off of the first episodes.
Pretty much.
I mean, the first episode does exactly what it set out to do. These are the consequences for when you fuck up. Don't go into the cave without your potions, fools.
Anyway, we're going into manga reviewing, and not a lot of people...
Anyway, that's about it. Just aside from manga that I picked up, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, I'll probably get my impressions about that next time we come around.
Nice.
All right.
Muzi, how's your week been?
It's been okay. Mostly getting some errands done, getting some cleaning done.
Well,
you wouldn't think that cleaning a fridge out would be a workout.
Oh, no,
but it is.
Oh, it is.
I can believe it.
It absolutely is.
Especially when you realize, how long has this fucking thing been in the back of the fridge?
Why is it moving?
And how do I get it out?
Why is it staring at me?
How can I get it out, and do I need holy water?
And also,
will it explode?
And why did I make it?
And why?
No, I have
Or more likely, what is it?
I have the answer to beat all of you guys.
Yeah.
4 words. 4-month chicken curry.
4 months?
Yes.
Month?
Yeah, one of my roommates, Indian guy, decided that he would fuck off after the first semester. And so so this was in December. And we didn't get a new roommate until about February, March. And so when he moved in, me and my other roommate finally decided to get off our asses, since it's clear, like, yeah, he's not coming back. let's clean out all the Tupperware that he left and find 4-month-old chicken curry that's clearly gone bad, and now we have to toss out.
Oh,
Question.
The Tupperware isn't
Did
even...
you want to save the Tupperware?
Oh, it was fucking like hard plexiglass Tupperware, so I had to wash it out well.
Oh, so you did have to
Oh,
go
it was
through
glass. It wasn't plastic. Because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty
no,
sure...
if it was plastic, it would be unsalvageable. That's a lost cause right there, gentlemen.
I know.
And ladies.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, continue, Moosey. Sorry.
Anyway, I keep running around and assassinating people.
Ah. You
So-
got that game, eh?
Is it fun?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is fun. There's a lot of extra stuff to go around and do, too.
Sidebar tangent. I think I hear it's a pretty good game because Blue from Overly Sarcastic Productions says it's a good game.
Well, he likes because I've heard mixed reviews. He likes the authenticity.
Yeah.
I've heard some complaints about. I take that back. I don't even remember what those complaints were.
All right, then.
Never
Lucy,
mind. Well,
I just wanted to ask you, can you vouch for the authenticity of the unicorns in Pegasi?
what?
Will
Yes.
you...
I've got a skin for my horse. I think it was for pre-ordering the game or something. And it turns the horse into a black unicorn.
Oh, it's not Butt Stallion?
What?
And so as you're running around, like the silver stuff is coming from its hooves.
Butt Stallion is a Borderlands joke for the record.
Ah.
And apparently I looked on the store on there and there's a Pegasus skin for your horse.
Does it fly?
Probably not.
Then it
No, it doesn't have
fails.
wings.
Well, I guess friendship isn't magic in this case.
But the poop certainly will be.
Anything else, Moose?
Oh, we've spent a lot of time playing Pokemon.
Oh, yes. Didn't Gen 4 drop?
Yes.
Well, some of it.
Yeah, it's only like Bidoof, Starly, and the starters. Oh, and Lock Bunny.
Of
And
course.
Shinx.
Oh, and
In
Shinx.
Relu.
And yeah, Shinx
Yes.
and Riolu are like eggs. 10k eggs.
You can get Shinx from a raid as well.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And it can be shiny.
Wonderful.
So we want to hit as many of those as possible because Shinx as a shiny is just like pure gold.
The golden...
And it's already adorable.
Yes, it is.
And a bunch of people in our chat are desperately trying to hit as many Mewtwo's as possible because Mewtwo disappears
Oh, God.
on the 23rd, I think.
It's either that or the 22nd, but yeah, it's in a few more days.
I tried my first Mewtwo raid recently.
How was that?
Ass, wasn't it?
Ass.
You need to go to...
No, the problem is, I had to go through 3 teams of my Pokemon, and I didn't even do 10% of its health.
Ooh.
Because it's a raid boss, and most Pokemon have like a CP of like anywhere from like 10 to like 3,000.
Yes.
60,000 for the Mewtwo.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't take those on your own.
Yeah, and I even got a second person in, but he did jack shit.
I was going to say you need to go to UTEP at night.
UTEP at night?
Yeah, that's where everyone goes Pogo.
Yeah, the universities, the various universities are very high traffic for Pogo.
That's a bit of a trek for me.
Oh, come on. It's 10 minutes on the
There
highway.
is even like
If
a
I was even
specific
open.
section of the Discord chat up here for
You are such
UAF.
a spoiled crybaby.
I am not spoiled.
I paid $50 to get this thing on an auction.
I wasn't even expecting to win it.
I really wish we could go back and edit it to play Curb Your Enthusiasm. Well, for that comment.
Oh my god.
Keep in mind, I'm in charge of the editing. I'm not going to put a soundboard in this that mocks me.
Very true, very true.
Unless one of you chuckle fucks wants to edit this crap.
I've been
No.
wanting to for years.
Now, anyway,
Hey, I just got to level 25.
how was your, anything else, Mosey? Any other outings?
Well, obviously, I picked up Ant-Man and Wasp to continue my collection.
Wonderful.
And then we went and saw Halloween.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
And I laughed the entire time.
But we both enjoyed it a lot.
You want to pass it over to Akari so he can tell us more? Give us his full review.
Okay, with the movie first, really quickly, it is definitely the best of the sequels. Ignores everything that came after the first one, thank God.
Good.
No more brother sister bullshit. They acknowledged that in the movie, saying that's a story that the newspapers made up to sell, which was genius.
You get to see Laurie go badass with guns.
Yeah, she goes full on Sarah Connor at this point. She's got guns, she's got traps and stuff in her house. She is like full on ready for Michael Myers to come at her. And honestly, she's like a PTSD war veteran almost, because she's emotional. It's just amazing how well they thought of this movie.
She's gone all crazy
Also,
grandma.
In a way, she literally is, because she has a granddaughter as well. Because she had 2 failed marriages.
Oof.
And she has a daughter who she taught as well, but she got snagged away by social services because obviously she's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they actually put humor in this movie, and there is one scene, spoilers, that
I'm sorry, the best character in that movie
is this little black kid.
Yes, this little black kid who's getting babysat in the movie. And you know what happens to babysitters in horror movies.
They die.
This kid is smart enough to run out the house, and he looks at the babysitter's boyfriend and goes, "You go up there, you're going to get killed," and continues out the front door.
He's like, oh, hell no!
He's just out of there.
Subverting the trope.
This kid is a trope hero.
I'm just thinking of this one little story within like Linkara's story that he does in his comic reviews.
Yeah.
And his wife, who was his girlfriend at the time, it was a Halloween session, and she was like, "Oh no, I ain't staying in this haunted house," because she's a black chick. And she's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out." And no, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, in other words, they did really good. Especially with one scene that he just did like one continuous shot where he goes in and kills a bunch of people. I mean, I'm not kidding. One continuous shot.
That's pretty impressive.
And also the best thing I like about it was the fact they had the original guy himself, John Carpenter, do the music with his kids. So we had the creepy synthesizer score back from the original movie.
Well then.
So yeah, in other words, this was a sequel worth actually waiting for. I'm like, because it's what nowadays. What is horror nowadays? Jump scares and remakes.
What was really funny is there was this group toward the back who had a couple of really jumpy people in their group.
No, they were. It was
so
hilarious.
we kept getting to laugh our asses off at their reaction.
Sounded like a good audience.
Alrighty then.
It pretty much was.
That's
okay,
good.
now,
I would have hated to go in... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just recalling... I don't know if I mentioned this on the channel, but I actually went to go see the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles while it was in theaters at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember that. I think you remember you mentioned that before, Legend.
Okay, I did mention before. And I did mention before that it was just the most depressing thing to see. Just a dad and his kid as the only other other people in that theater.
Pretty much, yes.
Aww.
Bad sign when the theater's empty. So I'm glad you got a good audience.
Yeah, it was worth it. Gaming wise, I played a little bit of Persona 5.
Nice.
Trying to get back into it. Yeah, I'm trying to do that too. And I also went back to Dark Souls 3 just for the hell of it because I'm an addict.
I hear you, brother.
Well, we're going to need you to go through everything ahead of us.
Yeah, basically. And I've been playing Super Mario Party with Muzi and Yami. We actually did a full with them and Yami's brother Remo at their house all four of us, and it was a really fun match. I never, as the rare time to actually have all four of us actually do a game together.
Cool.
Nice, very nice. All right.
And the last one, obviously, I picked up The World Ends With You yesterday for the Switch because it's my favorite RPG, and I still need to get used to the Switch controls on this damn thing.
Yeah, so the thing about the World Ends With You on the Switch, if it's in docked mode, you play with a single Joy-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was all touchscreen controls.
So you use it like a Wiimote, effectively.
Pretty much.
Oh, no.
Because everything was done with the stylus in the DS version. Everything. You didn't use any of the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's in docked mode, it's in handheld mode, I mean, you use the touchscreen.
So you have to get another stylus for that.
Yeah, I had to get a pen to use it for that.
Hmm.
But you can actually do co-op with someone else with the other Joy-Con.
Interesting.
That's gonna be majorly fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
So...
All right, I believe we are ready to begin the news.
Yeah.
We're in
Once we
for
get-
a ride
let's get
this
the meat.
time.
Meat and potatoes, everybody.
On to the nonsense.
Yep.
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
First off, Rockstar gets called out for its 100-hour work weeks.
Ooh, boy.
My problem with this story is if this has been going on for that long, they're only conveniently saying something now.
Yes.
Well, the problem...
You know why, right?
Why?
because of the thing that happened
Promotion. Publicity. The game comes out next week.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to be doing it this way, especially after what happened with Telltale.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Crunch
But
time
you'll
for...
notice that everybody is still talking about it, and it's still adding hype to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is,
There's no such thing as bad publicity, sadly.
and Rockstar actually made a lot of profits due to the fact that a lot of people were buying their games, basically Grand Theft Auto when it first came out, just because, oh my god, this is a thing. It's bad. I need to see it. It reminds me of that Geico commercial.
No, this is not the same thing as Right to Hell Retribution or Sonic 6. This is learning how the sausage is made bad.
Yeah.
This is not this is so bad I need to share it with the world. This is a different kind of issue we're dealing with.
This is learning
If
out.
it is, then
This is learning out that people can't even leave the building because of how much they're under a crunch. They are staying there and driving themselves to sickness and even worse because of this fucking crunch time.
For perspective, everyone, a typical week, that is the entire time in a regular week, 7 days, is 168 hours.
168 hours.
Which means if you're working 100 days on the clock,
100 hours on the
or
clock.
100 hours on the clock, that leaves you an only average of 9 hours, a little bit more than just under 10 hours to do everything else per day. That's eating, sleeping, defragging by spending time with people.
If even that's even possible.
and of course using the restroom and whatnot.
Yes,
etc., etc.
all those minor
Pretty much.
little things that take up time.
Odds are people are barely getting 6 hours a day.
Also,
If that.
Consequently, to my knowledge, the standard work week is only 40 hours
Yes.
for full time, and even then you're supposed to only have to take 20 hours of overtime.
Mm-hmm. At most.
So this is just ludicrous.
And not to mention that-
Industrial Revolution ludicrous.
And not to mention, most of these people, once they're done with the game,
Can't.
they're fired. Most developers for games, fired.
Well, shit.
That's in not just Rockstar, that's in every place, except for Nintendo, I think.
Because Nintendo is apparently one of the few people who understands the value
Actually,
of
Naughty
employees
Dog
cannot.
hangs on to their teams as well.
Yes,
Well,
they
yeah,
do.
small developers.
What was
Yeah.
that, Corey?
Muzi.
Muzi was talking about Naughty Dog.
Well,
And then Akari followed up.
both of you guys go ahead and get your comments in.
Naughty Dog is famous for keeping its teams even when they're done with a series
Mm-hmm.
because they know, hey, we've got these creative people and they produced a really good series that people bought. Let's hang on to these people and put them on another project.
Which
Yeah.
is great. Akari?
All I did was agree with what Muzi said.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But but the problem is that the standard is exactly what Rado is describing. Is that there's a tendency to that when it's crunch time, let's hire a bunch of people to do the work that we should have done a long time ago. And then once we're finished, we're done hiring them. Great, you're fired. We're done with you.
Yeah, we aren't going to pay you severance or.
Well, no, it's
we're not going to keep you so we can keep paying you.
Right, that's what it usually is.
Yeah. So the shareholders.
Well, there's also people who expect that because that's how they do their job. Is they move from company to company working on games. So some people actually know, hey, once I finish with this.
Go to something else.
Sure.
But that's not the way it should be.
That is done with temp work, but the problem that I've heard with it, particularly from the Super Best Friends who Matt and Wooly have actual dev experience, they were Q&A testers, is that they will have to do like 1,000 hours of testing. And with only like 10% of it done, the manager will be like, hey, let's bring in 100 guys and have them do 9 hours each.
So in short, they don't do enough playtesting.
They don't do the right method of playtesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is, and that with that sort of mass hiring and firing, it comes off as very unethical.
Very skeevy.
At least that's how it appears to be.
Mm-hmm.
So whether or not it helps or hinders is yet to be seen. But there is definitely a lot more people who are interested in making sure that games are being produced ethically.
Not to mention, a lot of game developers are looking to unionize.
Oh, well, I mean, everyone wants to unionize. The problem is the companies don't want that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, the unionization effort is basically dead. Speaking of ethics...
Oh, joys.
Let's talk about what since we mentioned Telltale. Let's talk about Telltale.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the good news first?
What good news?
You know, the good news.
Toys R Us
Part
is
of our
bankruptcy.
childhood doesn't have to die.
Oh, that.
Toys R Us
one,
is
dude.
not
I'm sorry.
dead.
Speaking of ethics, let's talk about Toys R Us's bankruptcy.
What does that have to do with ethics?
We'll get to that, but Lizzie, why don't you go ahead and tell us the initial story?
Well, essentially, some of the controlling lenders decided, you know what, we're going to save this. They're essentially rebranding. And they're going to change how they deal with some of their licensing and all this other stuff. So that way they can bring the brand back. They're like, it's too valuable to give up.
Not just monetarily, either.
I'm willing to bet it's 98% money.
Yes, but...
well,
there's a
according
little bit
to the article, Wall Street Journal found out that the absence of Toys R Us left a $11 billion hole in the toy industry.
Yeah.
We need Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Bread
we
and
do.
circuses, everyone. Bread and circuses.
I don't understand what that is.
1984.
Okay.
You probably want to read that.
Yeah.
Probably will.
So the thing of yes, Toys R Us is coming back as Jeffrey's Toy Box, and so that's the rebranding that was initially sort of put forward.
But
It does make more sense, though. It does make sense with that
Right.
brand.
However, I found this out a little bit just before the podcast, and that apparently I'm trying to refine my source again.
okay, but do you want to know the reason why Toys R Us went bankrupt?
Yeah, go ahead, Rado.
It's because the people that bought it decided to pony off all their debts and stuff onto Toys R Us.
Yeah, this is a somewhat common tactic, and we're actually seeing this happen not just with Toys R Us, but also with what's the one that Sears just announced bankruptcy, and that was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is that whomever is in, I believe, I want to say it's the CEO, have been funneling their personal debts into the business, and then taking the money out of the business, putting it into their own personal account.
Mm-hmm.
Shady as fuck.
Yes,
And that's why Toys R Us declared bankruptcy, even though toy shit is going through the roof at the moment.
because the industry has actually been doing well with improved quality of product and enhanced marketing.
But the problem is, because of this debt piling on, Toys R Us has not been in the black for years.
Which then resulted in I want to say it's Chapter 7,
because that's the one where you get to choose Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which they get to go ahead and liquidate. They sell all the assets. They get to go ahead and call off their debts as a tax break, and then they get to go ahead and come back in and start up essentially Phoenix Renewed.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing here.
Okay.
So the entire thing is skeevy.
There's the old joke about you want to hear an oxymoron, military intelligence.
Yeah.
I have an addendum to that. You want to hear an oxymoron, business judgment rule, which basically says that businesses have the right to manage their. It's a law rule that says businesses are free to do. The courts can't tell businesses how to run their business, and so unless it's something that's very illegal or unethical, a court can't intervene.
Well, this sounds illegal and unethical.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised.
Ugh.
But enough pandering. Let's talk more about ethics with Telltale.
Oh, yes.
Yes, but we got good news, though.
And
Yeah, we
bad
got good news about this.
So let's start with the good news first.
All
Okay,
right.
for earlier this year, obviously we heard Telltale is, they're going to stop everything they're going to do with left, supposedly the final season of The Walking Dead in limbo. However,
The
Sky
company that works with them, you know how every season it would say in association with Skybound Entertainment? Well, they decided they were going to go to Telltale and, negotiate to be able to finish the final season.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Kirkman from Skybound because he's like, we can't lose Andrew Lincoln and Clementine in the same year.
Aww.
And I found out yesterday that not only are they going to be finishing the season, they're going to use the original scripts that the team wrote, and they're going to try to bring in the teams that made the season in the first place to finish it.
So the actual workers that got shit canned initially.
Yeah, they're going to make it so that way these people can finish the project that they put years into.
You mean the workers who have been offered other jobs to retailers who are going to be keeping in business?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because remember, a while back when that initially happened, a lot of other companies said, "Hey, we have openings. Come work for us. We have longer projects that are not going to immediately end."
Right.
So that's kind of that's something that's there. So, now to the bad news.
We're still not paying you guys.
Yeah, actually, we're not just paying you. The skeleton crew that we said that we were keeping on to take care of our remaining obligations. Yeah, you're gone too. No severance pay.
Come on, guys.
Wow.
Yep. This is confirmed by narrative designer Rachel Noel, who confirmed that the skeleton crew got laid off October 4th. No severance pay.
Wow. Well then, what do you think, Akari?
bullshit!
Yeah.
It's a bullshit.
That is supreme bullshit like that. It's like, oh, you're done already? Get the hell out.
They aren't even done yet, and they axed them.
Yeah, so
It's like,
it
come
is.
on.
They ran out of money probably to keep the skeleton crew going.
Probably
yeah,
did.
must be.
But still bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Next thing we have on here is another breakup, although this one is in the anime world.
Oh no, not this!
Funimation canceled its partnership with Crunchyroll and Verve next month.
Well, they've got their own streaming system. Funimation does.
Yeah, which is
why
And they've
did.
had it for ages.
yeah. But like
And
canceling it with Verve, which is like doing multiple things so people have more access, that's kind of dickish.
Well,
actually, it could just be that they had a contract going with them and it ran out, and they decided they didn't want to renew it.
yeah, that's probably what it is, and not to mention that if
That's generally how it goes with the streaming partnerships.
Yeah.
if they want to push their own market, the best way to do it is to only have your product on your service. That's why
Which makes sense.
Which is why all the Bethesda mods are on Bethesda.
Yeah.
If it was a big, blowout between the two companies, trust me, we would have heard about it on multiple news outlets.
What do you think, Akari?
honestly, I don't have any. I don't feel neutral about it. I feel neutral about this whole thing. I mean, if that's what they want to do, then go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, they're essentially promoting their brand, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
All right.
Makes me want to cancel my Crunchyroll and just go with Funimation instead for a while, though. I haven't really watched Crunchyroll that much, to be honest.
Well, you gotta pick your developer sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends on which one you like the most out of.
Mm-hmm.
But probably Funimation.
Now, from my perspective, here's what if there's one thing that would get me to go straight over to Funimation in a heartbeat, and I know it's going to be silly, I know it's going to sound miserly, and all kinds of silly, but if the first thing they say is, and no commercials, I'm sold!
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I know, but it's a dream, damn it!
They have to make their ad revenue
Somewhere.
to be able to keep
I know.
the system going, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I do know it makes sense, but for the love of God, if I have to watch the same Honda commercial 5 times in a goddamn row, I'm going to hurl.
You wouldn't have to if you paid $5 a month.
I said it was going to be miserly.
Well, then that's the price you pay.
It is the price I've paid, and it was a terrible steep cost.
Anyway,
It feels like microtransactions all over again. Kid.
Any other comment, Akari?
Nope.
All right. Next up is something that's a bit in my wheelhouse. Death March Club, the love child of Danganronpa and Zero Escape.
Mm-hmm. Danganronpa's Kazutaka Kodaka, that's a weird name, and Kotaro Uchikoshi have agreed to team up and made their own studio 2Q games.
Oh my god. So, have any of you guys played the Zero Escape games?
Never heard of him.
It's basically the
The first game is 999. 9 hours, 9 doors, 9 people. And
I've showed you the stuff before, Kari. It's just been a while.
Yeah.
That's the only, okay, that one I know. The 999. That's pretty much the only one.
Yeah,
like-
it's that series is what it is.
Yeah, there's
I've
that,
heard
and
of
then
it, but I
there's
don't know what the gameplay is.
the second game, Zero Escape, and the other one, and the last game, Zero Time Dilemma.
I thought it was called Virtue's Last Reward.
Oh, Virtue's Last Reward was the second one, and then Last Dilemma, whatever it is. You made me forget.
Essentially, you're doing one giant escape room, except for the fact that you're wearing these wonderful watches, and if it runs out, you die.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to go through doors where you have to go through the first game you go through the nonary game, where you go through a door where if your numbers equal a certain number, like if it's more than what am I trying to say? If it's more than a 10-digit number, you add the two numbers together. Like if, say, your numbers add up to 15, you add 1 and 5 together, and you get 7.
It's cube. It's the cube, Akari.
Yeah, that's for the first game.
But let's talk about the game they're trying to release.
Yes,
Which is described as, quote, a dozen misfit school kids, each around 12 years old, get into a car accident, waking up to find themselves in an abandoned underwater amusement park where a clown forces them to play a battle royale-style murder game.
What is with these murder games? I
So
swear.
BioShock mixed with their previous games.
pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I already have a problem with this.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be kids even younger than the high school students that we were seeing.
I have a screenshot. I'll show Rado and Legend right here.
Yeah, I
The
see.
thing is this. Like I said, Battle Royale influence, and yet the kids in those movies were like 15.
Well,
I mean,
they were high school age, so but
But
These are middle
12.
schoolers.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
The
Why-
art style is what's getting me. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of
Well, I mean that's their art style. It's clear they're clearly taking the Danganronpa art style and then jazzing it up a little bit.
It's a lot more smooth and rounded from what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're taking the Danganronpa art style and making it more kiddie.
yeah, what I'm going to say, okay, look, I'm kind of interested in this game regardless. It's got, like, Danganronpa's guy is amazing. Zero Escape guy I have a bit of an issue with because, fucking hell, the main gimmick of those games, which is called the morphogenetic field where you can jump your consciousness between timelines. That is the gimmick. Our main character's mind can jump between timelines. Between decisions.
Okay, I know that I just came off of a video that Plago Gripes did on why time travel in Dragon Ball is bullshit. And now we're bringing this up.
Well, it is complete and utter bullshit because they're literally saying we need to jump to another timeline to figure out what this is so we can save it in this timeline.
Oh, this is going to be...
It is.
No, the hell.
Yeah, it's also, if I recall right, it's also the main bad guy in 3, who also happens to be a person who is 2 other characters' child that was sent back in time and lived out their lives until they were 90 and are trying to find a person that would kill every person on the world by triggering an event that only killed 99% of the world. To make sure that the person that would kill all the world would not kill all the world. Giving humanity a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have not played enough puzzle games, have you?
Oh God. You know what?
I'll get back to you after I get Professor Layton.
Okay, here's a thing for us. Legend. Next Let's Play we're going to do after Dark Souls 3 is Danganronpa 2.
Oh, fuck.
I was going to say, no, you guys should play Ghost Trick.
No, well, for one, we have no way of recording it.
No, but I'm just saying, no, outside of this, like, you should play Ghost Trick.
Oh, I played Ghost Trick.
So you've played it through the end.
Yes.
So you know the bullshit twist for that one.
Yes, I know the bullshit twist for that one.
Okay, then Legend needs to play it.
I know the bullshit twist for that one as well.
Okay, Legend needs to play it then.
It's made by the guys who did Phoenix Wright.
Surprisingly.
Because there's a Pomeranian named Nissel in it, which is the creator's pet dog.
Oh,
Of course.
okay. Yeah.
Best character.
Let's not say any more than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, we're playing Danganronpa 2 next.
Have fun.
Oh, you're joining us, dude.
Am I?
Yes. You're back in town, so you can join us for this shit.
We'll see.
God.
Let's see. Okay.
But what I was also going to be saying, we need to do the Zero Escape series. Bang!
Oh boy.
Okay.
How about I play it blind and you be my backseat driver?
Yes.
Prepare for me to nag you into the ground.
Yeah, see,
Feel free.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to be, you fucking idiot! You go here! You go here! You go here! I'm going to strangle you!
Alright.
You can hold back on those comments.
Alright, settle down now. Quick follow-up to a story we had last week. Yu-Gi-Moto is officially revealed for Jump Force.
And what are his moves?
The Heart of the Cards.
Literally summoning bullshit.
That is fantastic.
He summons the Dark Magician Girl. He has a Arrows of Piercing Light attack.
And his ultimate is Slifer the Sky Dragon.
As you called.
Yep, I was fucking right. Although he
I was
does,
like, that's so freaking cool.
although he does have an ability where he uses Magician and Dark Magician Girl to do a combo attack.
They do the Dark Magic attack together.
Yeah.
Yes. That's pretty much all there is to it. I have not had the opportunity or chance to get the beta for it.
Yeah. I have heard that, like, the destruction physics for, like, characters' clothing and weapons is actually pretty good. Like, I saw a screenshot of Hisoka looking absolutely ragged, and it just made me laugh.
There you go.
And, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Square Enix wants to make sure you are able to experience the masterpiece that is Kingdom Hearts. And how do they plan to do this?
One collection.
One collection.
To rule them all.
One collection to bind them.
The one thing, though, that is pissing some people off about this collection.
What is it, Moosey?
Sorry.
There's one thing that's pissing some people off about this collection.
Which is?
What system is it for?
PS4.
What systems is Kingdom Hearts 3 going to be?
PS4 and Xboner.
So
What's missing in the first thing?
So
Xbox.
There's no Xbox versions.
Nope.
The only reason that it's irritating some people is they can't afford to have both systems. And they're like, oh, cool, I'm finally going to be able to play a Kingdom Hearts game. If they were really smart, they'd have made it for both systems
Well,
Because they'd have made even more money.
I'm pretty sure Sony did not want to let them do that.
yeah,
Which is the entire reason that 3 is
But
like fine,
at this
we'll let
point,
you do it.
yeah.
you know,
Not
they're
to
putting
mention
3
it
on
wouldn't.
there, so
Yeah.
So honestly, with this, I can just save my money and just get this collection when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm also going to say there's probably a reason why they're not doing that. They'd have to recode everything for the Xbox 360, for the Xbox.
Exactly.
Except the Xbox is just a glorified PC, so...
I know, but there's all sorts of other stuff. It's, you know, that's actually something that's kind of irritated me. People complain, oh, you can just port it to this system, or you can port it to this system. Do you know how much coding actually goes into rewriting everything?
I get that.
Yeah, because there was Bayonetta.
Yes.
Bayonetta was on the Xbox 360. They were going to port it to the PS3 as well. The PS3 port was abysmal. They did not know how to code for it. I'm willing to bet a lot of people at Square don't know how to code for a lot of stuff for this exponer.
Yes.
So we got a problem there.
Sure.
And not to mention they might even just shoot it off to like a
which
third
doesn't
party.
bode well for the people who can't afford both systems and they want to be able to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, it's whomever they decide to hand the reins over, because you can have... Because otherwise you end up with situations like Arkham Asylum for Steam.
Yeah.
Which, come on, it's for the PC. It shouldn't be that difficult.
And yet we remember the Dark Souls PC port.
Yeah, but that's FromSoft. That's a whole other nest of eggs.
Yeah. But still, regardless. Also, I don't think people want it. I don't think Square wants this game to get onto Microsoft because people could mod it.
I mean, they learned from Final
People
Fantasy 15.
figure out how to do that anyway, no matter what system it's on.
True, but it's much harder.
Legends Cousin included.
Yeah, but it's much harder if it's not on the PC or a PC variant doesn't exist.
Like, people are still trying to data mine Bloodborne because it's still not on the PC.
yeah, that's
Suck
true.
it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. And, like, that's pissing off a lot of lore people.
Yes.
Because they can't get to the fine details.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. We have some Let's Go news.
Let's go news.
Which...
we did mention before, which is Gen 4 is here.
No. I said Let's Go, not Pogo.
Oh.
Let's Go, as in the Switch game.
Ah.
Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee will now offer the Master Trainer Challenge to the hardcore crowd.
So, one Pokemon, 2 Pokemon go in, 1 Pokemon walks out.
Yep.
Is a masterclass in a difficult challenge, just in case you thought that this was just going to be another Gen 1 remake.
Yeah.
So what this is that there are certain trainers in the world which will have a Pokemon icon above their head. It could be a Charizard, it could be a Poliwhirl.
It could be a Metapod.
Which leads you to have a one-on-one fight with that trainer, basically a mirror match.
Using said Pokemon.
No items, and the enemy Pokemon will usually have a moveset that cannot be normally obtained in-game.
Oh boy.
So, if I recall right, I saw Blastoise using like an Absorb move or something.
No, Kabutops with the Giga Drain.
Oh yeah, Kabutops with Giga Drain.
Oh shit.
And Charizard
Essentially, they want to make sure that there's a ton of extra content.
And
in this game.
Charizard with Thunder Punch.
Great.
Yeah.
So, which
I've heard that extra content.
which leads me to believe that the only way that you can possibly do this is that you have to be able to level grind this nonsense.
Right. Yeah, because they're going to be higher level than most. I'm willing to bet this is all post game.
Well,
Probably
you see that they are seen in areas as early as Viridian Forest. See the Metapod trainer.
I know. What I'm saying
They
is they
will
probably
only
don't
battle
appear.
you after you do the Elite Four in the Pokemon League, though.
Yeah. Thank you, Moosey.
You can see them, but they won't battle you till then.
It's unclear when or where, but at least that's the ongoing theory.
Right.
And so now,
No, that's literally how it works.
Yeah, they explained it.
now Joe Merrick of Cerebi fame said, it would be really annoying if they put the shiny charm at the end of all the Master Trainers. I dare you to do it.
I would not put it past them.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
They like to make you work for that crap.
Yeah. And the thing is, and this involves you catching one of every Pokemon, and then involves leveling up a Caterpie to level 50 in order to fight.
And you still have to train it properly if you want to even beat this thing, I bet.
Right.
Movesets and whatnot.
Although Caterpie can't learn much than String Shot and Tackle.
And Harden.
And Harden.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting to see forward. Now we get to Pogo.
Yes.
Yes.
Now Pogo is officially... Gen 4 is officially out for Pogo.
Well, first wave on it.
Yeah, the first wave is out. They're doing it like they did Gen 3, and they're bringing them out in waves instead of everything all at once.
Right.
So everybody is thinking probably that the next wave is going to be for the Halloween event.
Okay.
Because Mewtwo disappears on the 23rd.
Okay.
And the little promotion video for Gen 4, you see Giratina's eyes.
Yes.
So everybody's thinking that's probably going to be the next legendary raid boss.
So power up your dark types and power up your dragons.
Yep. Ugh.
So that's going to be nuts.
It is
And
going to be nuts.
what about regionals? What are the regionals?
Well, we finally get one, because Tauros is, bullshit. Yeah, North America, my ass.
You guys don't get Tauros.
That doesn't mean that it's just the country America. That means it should also be Canada and us.
Exactly.
But it's not.
It stops like right before Canada. Tauros does. But finally, with the Gen 4 release, we get one that goes from like the bottom of Canada up.
Good.
Everything above that, that latitude around the world is where Pachirisu shows up.
Yep.
Okay.
And Carnivine is the, like, Florida, South Carolina, that
Our
type of
area.
area over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we get Carnivine, they get Pachirisu.
No,
get a-
you don't get Carnivine.
They
No.
get a world champion meme, and we get the thing that likes to nom on James's head.
No,
Yay!
you don't get Carnivine. Carnivine is literally only the lower East Coast.
Do we not
Yeah.
get Carnivine?
Nope. You guys tell me I don't play it.
I don't. Well, I'm not getting it. I have a.
And Chatot is a different section completely.
I'm pretty sure we can find the regions later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Any thoughts on your end, Akari?
Well, that's pretty much it.
All right.
All right. Here's a rumor for you guys
Final Fantasy VII rumored for 2019.
from a guy in Brazil.
No.
If that even happens, it would be toward the holidays.
Yeah. My theory is, and I've said this before, I'm theorizing we will get a trailer for 7 in 2019,
Probably on E3.
probably on E3,
Which would be fine.
and we're not getting the game until holiday 2020.
Well, considering how massive an undertaking that this is,
Oh, and I'm talking
I'd
about
rather
holiday
them take
20.
their time.
And I'm not talking the whole game for holiday 2020. I'm talking about the first disc.
Okay, I was gonna ask her, like, are you? Because they're probably just gonna do the first disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so we'll see whether or not this Brazilian guy gets ridiculed more, or whether or not he's gonna actually deliver.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on your end, Akari?
No.
Okay, let's move on.
I just call bullshit. I just said it earlier.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are. All right, let's talk about some very obscure news that is on the indie scene.
Who has played
I
the
have
Stanley Parable?
I
haven't.
have.
You
I
have?
Yep.
So, if you have not yet played the Stanley Parable,
Do it. It's good.
you may want to
Yeah.
purchase it and then leave it there until about 2023. Because for the first time since its release, one of the achievements is now available for it.
Which is...
Go outside
As in, put the game down and do not play it.
for 5 years.
I gotta check this.
So,
Well, the guy who made the game he likes to be a troll.
Clearly.
Yeah. I don't know if he's made anything else. If he has,
And have fun with what he does. So why not throw something like
Beginner's
that
Guide.
in there?
He also released the Beginner's Guide.
I don't think I ever played that.
It's kind of similar.
Oh.
It's a meta thing. Musa, have you played it?
I don't know.
There's a lot. I've seen a let's play of it. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
You know
To say
what's
the
going
least.
through my head right
Actually-
now?
What?
Gerard.
Oh, hang on, Musa, what was that?
Oh, I think Akari said
I didn't
something.
say-
I just literally just checked mine right now. I have to wait one more year.
Yeah.
Well, don't play it.
Yeah, I think I have to wait another year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead now. Go. Yeah, you can go.
So I was just thinking of Gerard the completionist and his quest to get every single freaking achievement.
Well,
Oh my god!
Yeah. I mean, I hope he didn't play it for 5 years, so that way he can go ahead and do a review now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's not coming for a while.
Oh, God. What if there's another achievement for 10 years?
No, it's only that one.
That's pushing
Unless
it.
you
Yeah, there's
program
only
like
the
a
one.
hidden thing. But no, the go outside one is publicly known, and it's just a matter of it's too bullshit to actually go through getting.
Yeah. Well, now people have stopped playing it.
They'll be like, man, I need to not play it even more now.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This next bit is something that I put in, and I think that it's worth actually talking about. So, by the time this podcast goes up, you will be within 24 hours away from the release of Project New California,
New California.
which is a mod for Fallout New Vegas, originally known as Project Brazil.
Okay.
And the reason this mod is so notable is because it actually brings in Obsidian developers who originally worked on the first 2 games,
Oh, shit.
Holy crap.
which is as authentic of an experience as you can get for a mod without actually going through Bethesda's nonsense.
Damn.
It remains the truth that Bethesda needs to hire the people who work on their games more than the people who are actually working on their games.
Because I've heard a lot of shit about Fallout 76 recently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot, I just realized what I said.
Hmm.
No, they do a lot of hard work at the Bethesda. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But they need the people who are working outside their workforce as much as the people within it.
Yes. So this mod basically lets you go back 20 years before the start of New Vegas and actually play through a fledgling New Vegas before it became the Strip again. And it involves you basically, and you basically go through the building of what would eventually be New Vegas.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. So and because of the people who are behind running it, is why this mod has so much backload behind it and why people are so interested in it.
All right.
It reminds me a lot of the Sky Oblivion stuff that they were working on a while back.
Okay. Alaskans, what are your thoughts?
I don't really do Fallout. So.
Same here.
Right. Okay, so let's go to some speculation before we end up with some media stuff.
This story literally made me face palm say one thing.
What?
Why?
Because it's Nintendo.
2 words.
So there are rumors more credible than the Brazil Final Fantasy VII that the Switch is coming out with a version 2.0.
2 words. New 3DS.
New 3DS.
Well,
And there were a lot of 3DSs released over the period of years.
right.
Like every year we were getting first we got the 3DS, then we got the 3DS XL, then we got the new Nintendo 3DS, then we got the new Nintendo 3DS XL, then we got the 2DS. And the 2DS
Actually,
XL.
the new Nintendo 3DS, they only did the XL size.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, and I mean they've done it with their previous systems. You have the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance SP. They had the Game Boy Micro. They had Game Boy Color. This is a thing that Nintendo does with its handhelds.
I know, but
This is why, as a rule, I never buy the first iteration of a console.
or of a system, because
And-
they will always find ways to improve it, and those will be better at the same price.
Even if this ends up being a true thing, they will open up pre-orders.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing that you can do if you already have a Switch is to pre-order the new one, put little bits on it, and when you go to pick it up, trade in your old one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because GameStop always has, hey, you're going to get even more trading in this one toward that one.
Now, I wonder if they're going to do like the thing they had with the 3DS, where you could transfer like your save data to the new one.
Well, I thought that was the point of having the
Micro SD card.
Micro SD card. Yeah, I don't know if anything is. I don't actually know if any of my games are saved on my micro SD card.
You probably should check.
Yeah,
Probably.
if not, they're all saved to the hard drive, which I have no idea how to transfer the saves from there to the micro SD.
I'm pretty sure there's a way.
I'm betting it's on their site.
Any other comments, Kari Legend?
I was just going to say that I have actually moved files around with the 3DS. It just means you work off of the laptop itself. Like you work with the network and move things around. Regarding whether or not I would actually be getting a Switch 2.0, it is a welcome sight for people like me who do not own a Switch and might want to get the upgrade instead of what we already have.
Oh, all my stuff is on my micro
Akari's in the
SD
same
card.
boat I am.
Mm-hmm.
He got the original Switch as well.
Okay.
So if he wanted to, he could do the same thing that I would think of doing.
All right. And
Pre-order the other one.
It's debatable.
right.
Yeah, it all depends on what improvements they actually make as to
Right.
whether it's worth it to upgrade or not.
And bear in mind that if they come out with a new system, it means the old system gets a price reduction.
Right. Yeah, and I'm looking at my thing. All my saves are on the SD card.
There you go. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think they wouldn't be.
Shit, I
Once you
only have 11
install an
gigabytes
SD
left.
card, it pretty much becomes standard for the system to save everything to that,
All right.
Pretty much.
unless you tell it otherwise.
All right. Next thing we have on, we're going into some media stuff, and we have first off, PSN name changes are coming,
Oh no.
And
which is a feature that everyone has been bugging Sony for years since the PS3.
So almost
Well,
a
because you
decade
figure there
now.
are some people who made their gamer tag like at a very awkward time in their life.
Bowsette
when
for
they were
Life
very
2018.
young.
Balls
And so
deep
now would be a
69.
good time for them to want to change it.
Yeah.
pretty much at this point.
Well, it would require you to make a whole new account.
Or like, oh god, I was just thinking like a username that was like XX Narusasu XX.
Yeah, there are profile ones like that out there, and so these people are like, I'd really like an option to change that without making a new account, and they're finally giving people that.
Yes. So Sony is gonna to soon let everyone everyone gets a mulligan.
Yes, but after that you got to pay for it.
Well, that's how it always works, whether it's Blizzard or Sony. So everyone gets a mulligan to change their names, and then it's $10 per name change afterwards.
Jesus, that's
Yeah.
pricey.
Well, Akari, wasn't it you who went choose wisely?
Pretty much. That's why I'm saying that's why I'm not making a big deal about this whole
Oh, yeah.
thing, because I pick a name that suits me. I'm like, there you go, I'm done. I'm not gonna
Oh yeah,
make anything friendly and stupid.
Oh yeah, username choose wisely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he chose poorly.
Pretty much.
Which is why he wants the name change.
Right. To choose
So
wisely.
Yeah.
So what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with what I got.
Okay. Next thing from our friends in Netflix, the Dragon Prince is getting a second season.
Woo!
So
This one I don't have a say in it because I have not watched it yet.
yeah,
Neither have I.
I was going to say Akari, Muzi, Legend, enlighten us.
Muzi, I think this one's going to be on you because I still haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. So Muzi.
Essentially, this is from the creators and teams that dealt with Avatar.
Okay.
Which is great. And I have
And
yet
I was
to
like,
watch
okay, hopefully that that makes sure that this has some quality. It does have some quality to it. My only beef with the entire series what genius thought that like 8 or 9 episodes was enough for a first season?
You know what? That's of a complaints I've heard for many years. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because they pack enough of the story into those episodes, but you get to the end and you're like, no, I want more.
So it's better paced than the Steven Universe season.
Yes.
Yeah, but
And so the second they said, oh yeah, by the way, we're making a second season, most of us went, duh. Because thousands of people saw it right when it went up.
I was gonna say yeah, but that's mainly executives' fault because of the
And
content.
it's continued to have that much viewership on the site.
Good. Well, I hope that
It's already getting critical acclaim.
I hope that they do well then.
Yeah.
We have some obituaries on here as well.
Let's see.
Yeah, this one I have a say on.
Okay, so
because-
Netflix cans Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say about this. I have not seen Luke Cage, but I have watched Iron Fist the first season, and I will say it is abysmal.
Yeah,
And
they could have done better from what I've seen.
It's with the writing, from what I've seen, why people don't like it. It's because the main character is written to be a very unlikable guy. And
it's
I can
not
understand it.
Yeah, and it's not that the character itself is bad. It's the writing for the character that they gave.
So with the surprise of this, I understand why Iron Fist got canceled, but Luke Cage got, much better reviewed, but it went so
Yeah,
that's down.
I heard as it went on, though, the writing for Luke Cage was eh.
So now we only have 3 more shows left, which are Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and The Punisher. And right now, I think everyone at this point is freaking paranoid of which one's going to get the axe next.
Nash.
Well, considering that Daredevil is about to bring out a new season, and everybody I've seen online who watches it is like freaking out.
Yeah.
I think Daredevil. I will say this very quickly. Daredevil is probably the safest out of the 3 at this point.
Yeah.
I remember Nash was tweeting about this, and his thing was saying that the likely candidate's going to be Jessica Jones.
If that happens, because that's my. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Rado, but if that happens, because that's my favorite one, I'm done.
I think Marvel's kind of like cleaning out their Netflix series. I think they went overboard too quickly, and it was not giving them the returns that they wanted.
Well,
you also got to remember that Disney is also coming out with its own streaming service.
Ooh,
that's true. So that might end up on there.
Well,
and so right now they said that the Netflix series are safe to stay on there, but all their movies and stuff are going to their streaming service. So who's to say that they won't try a different version of those characters on their own streaming service?
The only reason I'd be interested in a Disney streaming service is if they would actually offer the Disney afternoon shows as well.
Yeah, there's
it
a lot of.
It would not surprise me if they did that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Recess.
Let's see.
I'm trying to remember the ones they show because I can't count Power Rangers anymore because they want that one back to
Kim
Saban.
Possible.
Kim Possible. Yes. Because there's a lot of shows on there that are
Gargoyles.
good. Gargoyles I would need to see again.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale. There's just a lot of franchises that I've seen 1 or 2 episodes of, but I never had the ability to see more than that.
I remember watching Lilo and Stitch, the animated series.
It
was actually really good.
I kind of when they made the love interest for Stitch, I knew, okay, you guys are jumping the shark. I'm out of here.
I got so annoyed by that show from the beginning, so it's just like, meh.
It was kind of all right. It wasn't the best, but you know what? The thing that really made me laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Lilo and Stitch the animated series became the crossover central point for a lot of other Disney shows.
Well, once you get
the Proud Family.
Oh, the Proud Family would be so. We need a Proud Family reboot because that would be so accurate for the time right now.
They'd have to keep the art style, though.
Oh yeah,
yes,
pretty much.
Okay, so 2 questions, Rado.
Yeah,
or 2 plots, two ideas. Either Penny goes to college, or Penny's with her own family now. Which one would you rather see?
Penny fully adult or
No.
Penny in college?
Yeah.
Well, Penny was around our age, like a little bit older than us when we watched it.
Right.
So I'd say either out of college or married.
Midway?
Possibly midway.
Split the difference?
Yeah.
Split the difference. Okay. What do you guys think?
I do not know.
Okay.
I'd have to see what they were actually coming out with as to whether
Yeah,
it would work or not.
Because I'll tell you what, even though I would like to see That's So Raven, that one ain't getting a reboot.
Hell no.
Oh, fuck.
That one's not getting a reboot.
Unless they did Raven's daughter.
Ooh, that's mean.
I believe there's already something like that out.
Wonderful.
Eh.
We go from the digital world to the big screen as Monster Hunter is officially headed to Hollywood, featuring
Mila Jovovich.
Yep.
By the way, Gaijin Hunter did a video where he collected all the info for the movie, and the plot pisses me off.
Okay, what is the plot?
A team of people from the United States.
Oh God, no.
Say-
You've already sunk.
Keep going.
No.
Keep going.
Go to South Africa and are travel to a different dimension where they
Okay.
encounter the monsters of Monster Hunter, and they encounter the hunter, and they are trying to stop the monsters from entering into our world.
So
Okay, I'm
Gate.
sorry. This sounds like a perfectly riffable movie.
So Gate basically.
It's
Oh,
isekai.
Yes.
and it gets
Americanized isekai.
better. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets better.
What
The
gets better, Carl?
mastermind behind this whole thing is none other than the man who gave us all 7 live-action Paul
Resident
W.S.
Evil.
Anderson.
Wait, what'd you say? You kind of glitched out there.
Paul W.S. Anderson is bringing this glorious mess.
You know, the Resident Evil film franchise.
It's
Yep.
dead. It is DOA. Dead on arrival.
Dead BA.
No, it's going to be riffable on arrival.
Other reported cast members include Tony Jaa of the Ong Bak action movies and rapper-turned-actor T.I., and Rhonda
yeah,
Perlman of Hellboy fame.
As
Yep,
the
right.
Admiral.
Okay, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. I would just watch it for Ron Perlman and Mila. I'm good. Right there.
It isn't an Asian guy playing the hunter.
That might be Tony Jaa.
Yeah, Tony Jaa is playing the hunter.
No, because it was supposed to be Mila Jovovich as the hunter.
No. She's from the research squad.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
She's not the hunter.
Okay. Then I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was looking at Gaijin Hunters, and
Okay. Well, he would probably have that good.
I'm sorry,
Either way,
Hollywood,
this
but I
is gonna
don't
be
trust you with
amazingly
my stuff.
riffable.
what'd you say, Moosey?
Either way, it's going to be amazingly riffable.
Oh, absolutely. I will have every single amount of pleasure in tearing this thing piece by piece.
I've not been a fan of the
Monster Hunter
of the
series.
Monster Hunter series, but I will go see this train wreck in theaters with you guys. We will be there opening nights.
It's like, why not?
You know what we'll do? The second we finish the movie, we are heading back to the house
to
and
record.
record a podcast.
Sure, why not? All right. One last thing for the podcast, and it's a follow up to last week's story.
What the hell am I reading?
Oh God, we're doing this.
Yes,
we're really doing this. We are absolutely doing this. Holy shit.
Yes.
The meme will not die.
No, the meme is only getting stronger.
The meme is forever.
First
I'm
off,
done.
there is a
I'm
change.
done.
Wait, what? Akari? Akari?
He's like, I'm done.
Oh no. Come back, Akari. Come
Akari, we need you.
No, the Bowsette thing. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I know.
I figured, but still.
Dude, come back here.
There is a change.org petition for making Bowsette to establish Bowsette as canon.
Okay, how many signatures so far?
Let me see. I'm looking up on the change.org website. There's also going to be a Japanese fan, essentially a Bowsette con being established in Japan as well.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's if you thought there was a lot of art before, they're making more of it for the con.
We currently have 17,685 signatures as of the time of
God,
of
just
speaking.
let it die.
How many more do they need?
25,000 for it to be officially submitted by change.org to Nintendo.
Okay, so it's not a lot. Well, it's not very, very quickly rising, but it's enough that it is concerning. Like, really? This is going to be a thing?
17,000 out of 25,000. That is almost the way there. And here's the thing. 25,000 is enough to get the petition signed and sent to Nintendo,
but
Nintendo can still say no.
Yes. The event is supposed to be the event is the Crown it's called the Crown Plan Bowsette only event.
oh boy.
Okay la.
So we will let you know after Halloween how that one goes out.
Oy.
The event advertises doujinshi, crossplay cosplay.
Yes, that's right. We're getting all the dudes to dress up as her. This is a thing.
What's that dude that is in Japan that cosplays as Ladybeard? I saw him.
Oh yes,
I saw him cosplay as Bowsette.
Yeah, he made the rounds on Facebook.
That was glorious. Have you ever seen Ladybeard?
No.
Oh my god!
It is. I will bring it up now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Sorry, dude. We're delaying the ending.
You can be sorry by not showing me this right now.
Okay, Ladybeard is actually really popular in Japan.
Are you trying to pay me back for making you read Twilight?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you can hold it off, thank you very much.
This is slow, painful revenge.
Painful revenge. Well, my eyes have been scarred.
Okay.
And,
Anyway, I think we've done enough for today.
We've
Yes.
tortured Legend enough today.
And Akari.
And Akari.
Yes.
So what's coming up on the channel next, Radar?
So, coming up on the channel, more Dark Souls for the rest of the week. And, let's see, usual Tuesday, Thursday shtick. And on Fridays, there's going to be, as you saw earlier, I started posting up the Chain of Memories riffing session that I submitted Leo, Legend, and Muzi to.
There you go.
loving your comments, by the way, guys.
Yeah. So, after that,
Oh, sorry, Muzi.
well, what I'm doing is, that's going to be uploaded every Friday after the Dark Souls on Tuesday and Thursday.
Mhm.
There's only 5 parts to that, so it's going to be done relatively quickly. After that, I'm going to try to get these chuckleheads together to do 358 days over 2.
We also have more Dark Souls coming along with our partner Akari.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get him to do some co-op pretty soon. We need him to go through the catacombs.
That's his summary of that.
Your salt sustains me.
Akari, I'll be willing to team up with you if you'll have me.
I did help him get through half of it.
I don't understand what the big deal is. You just use a strike weapon.
Yeah, we love swords.
Yeah.
Oh, the Executioner Sword is a strike weapon, you numpties.
Alright. Well, anyway, this is Rado.
This is Leo Force.
This is Legend Hunter.
This is Muzi.
This is Akari signing off for the day, and I'm gonna go take a nap now.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a
All
good
right.
call.
Later, guys.
I swear, if one more picture of Bowsette drops on my lap, I'm going to... Ah!